and welcome to my stripped down long-term review of the excellent Sony Xperia Z5 Compact. Stripped down means there will be little in the way of specs, no benchmarks and nothing fancy. Having owned this phone for a long time now, I thought I'd just do a short review to cover the pros and cons and to talk about whether the Z5 Compact is still a relevant handset now that we're in early 2017. The recent price reductions bring it into direct competition with some newly launched mid-range handsets here in the UK, as well as some better spec'd phones from the Far East if you're prepared to import one. It'll just be my thoughts and findings, and it's only my 5th video, so please don't expect too much. But if you do find it useful, please like and subscribe and leave any positive comments below. Let's start with the build quality, layout and overall feel. I use an ultra slim case on my Z5 Compact mainly for extra grip and a little bit of scratch protection, a tempered glass screen protector, and I also use a wrist strap attached to the built-in lanyard loop. It means the Z5C is virtually impossible to drop now, and the strap also helps me to take the phone out of my pocket. On the right side we have an excellent fingerprint scanner. I'll talk about that in a little while. Below that we have a volume rocker, which is a touch short and the position is a bit low, but it does the job. We also have a very useful 2-stage camera shutter button for focusing and shooting. I personally use this when taking photos, although the touchscreen can be used if you prefer. The button means that you can also take photos underwater if you dare, because submersion renders the screen and therefore the on-screen shutter button unusable. At the bottom we have a water-protected micro USB port, and the Z5 Compact supports adaptive fast charging. It's a shame there's no wireless charging here. Sony even removed the useful magnetic charging ports found on previous models. On the left side we have the water and dust protected port for micro SD and SIM card. The flap is much improved over the ones on the Z3C and hasn't accidentally come open once in the time I've owned it. Next to that there is the lanyard loop, which I also find very useful. There's an embossed Xperia logo on the top left edge. A key benefit of this phone is that it has front-facing stereo speakers, one at either end. They are both loud and clear enough. I found the sound to be better than those on the Z3 Compact and even slightly better than the full-size Z5. Overall, I prefer the clarity that front-facing speakers can provide, and it means there's no need to direct the sound at all while holding the phone. Stereo separation is subtle, but it is present. At the top we have the headphone jack, which I rarely use as I prefer Bluetooth headphones, unless I'm using my Sony noise-cancelling earphones when travelling. On the frosted glass rear we have the camera lens, flash and NFC logo. Feel in the hand is excellent, and despite its squarish shape, one-handed use is both easy and very comfortable. I have medium to large hands and can reach all parts of the screen without stretching or juggling the phone. The fingerprint sensor is not quite as quick as those found on the latest phones. It's not an active scanner, which means the button needs to be gently pressed first. However, it's accurate and reliable, and the added security is a definite benefit, especially if you intend to use contactless payment. The screen is lovely and bright. I've had no issues with outdoor visibility, and colours are vibrant. Sony have done a good job with the deep blacks, but please remember this is an LCD screen and not an AMOLED. It's one of the best I've seen though, and don't be put off by the relatively low resolution. It makes sense in a screen this size and is more power efficient. The white tones are very cool and crisp too, just how I like it. I found day-to-day performance to be excellent. It can't quite keep up with the latest flagships, but that's to be expected. Apps load quickly. I've never had to reset the phone after a crash, and other than some apps occasionally being closed in the background sometimes due to there only being 2 GB of RAM, overall the Z5 Compact is still a really snappy device that gives many newer phones a good run for their money. It's also never overheated, but I don't tend to play any demanding games, etc. You can change the theme to personalise your phone, and as you'll see I prefer to use Nova Launcher as it offers me a greater degree of customisation. The Sony skin over Android is quite light nowadays, although a few annoying pre-installed apps can only be disabled rather than actually uninstalled. There are a selection of floating apps which can be useful sometimes, but proper split-screen operation should come when the Z5C receives its promised Android 7 update fairly soon. The front and rear cameras are acceptable rather than exceptional. The camera isn't the fastest to open, and shot-to-shot times can also seem slow. Focus is very quick though, and field of view is wider than average. There are plenty of fun modes installed and more that can be downloaded. Picture quality is detailed and well exposed in good light, but the camera does struggle when the light gets low, a common problem in all but the very best smartphones at the moment. There are some manual options to be found, but it's not as fully featured as I'd like. Video recording has proved to be excellent, however. Battery life is really good. I average around 4.5 to 5 hours of screen on time between charges, which includes my average usage of listening to, say, 4 hours of Bluetooth music, my Android watch connected via Bluetooth all day, several phone calls, messaging apps, emails, photos, browsing, watching videos, etc. I'm not a gamer though, so bear that in mind. I rarely need to charge the phone before bedtime, but occasionally if I've used the GPS for a few hours, I might need to utilise the fast charge at some point, just for a quick boost. With care though, this phone can last me 2 days between charge, but I just tend to slowly charge it overnight anyway. In summary, the Z5 Compact has been a reliable, snappy and premium phone, and I love that the form factor allows really comfortable one-handed use. If you're looking for a compact phone that performs well, then I still feel that the Z5 Compact has a lot to offer in early 2017. It has good battery life, front-facing stereo speakers, a bright sharp screen and water protection. My only slight issue is the unexceptional but adequate camera performance. UK versions benefit from a 2-year warranty linked to the IMEI number, so that offers better peace of mind both buying new or used. Importantly, the Z5 Compact has become far more affordable in recent months, and so if you can find one at a good price, I really recommend it still. I hope you found this video useful. If so, please like and subscribe and feel free to leave me any positive comments. Until next time, thanks for watching.